Hey all, Blutoshi here with Disco from Decentralized Dawn.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, wanted to do a deep dive for you real quick, like a 5 to 7 minute video on what RSICs are, what Rune tokens are on the Bitcoin Ordinals blockchain, and what it means and why people are so excited about it. So we're going to dig right in. Disco, if you have any questions, please ask. So
Yeah, I've been seeing it all over. It's quite buzzy, and everyone wants to learn more. So lay it out there, and I'm sure I'll pepper you with some questions.
Yeah. So RSIC stands for Rune Specific Inscription Circuits. So think ASICs for Bitcoin mining. These are RSICs, right? So the RSICs are these runes. There's 21,000 of them that got dropped to people. These are inscriptions. So you can see here, this is inscription 56,727,583. So 21,000 of these got airdropped to Ordinals inscriptions holders, a lot more OGs. I'm not going to get into this today, but there are some camps that are kind of upset, maybe because they didn't get the inscriptions, but also probably because they weren't in on the founding team, because there's differing groups working on this runes token. So what is this runes token? Casey Rodamore, who's basically the founder and the creator of Ordinals, came up with a blog post, an idea. He's basically saying Ethereum's got its ERC-20 tokens. Bitcoin already has its BRC-20 tokens like Ordi, which actually had a billion dollar valuation. It's since gone down, but it's through this BRC-20 protocol. His contention is, look, there's a lot of degen play with these meme coins, but it looks like they're here to stay. And BRC-20 is really clunky. So I want to create something for everybody that's kind of fair launch called Runes that is handled much cleaner within the Bitcoin ecosystem, so it doesn't put so much pressure on the UTXOs and so much pressure on the systems. Obviously, Bitcoin maxis who aren't into ordinals probably don't even understand this, but they're just rolling their eyes. But this is actually a really big deal because Casey is working on this Runes token. We think this other group, we don't think this is Casey, the founder, working on this, has done this gamification and let's go back to the RSICs. So 21,000 were dropped. Some people got multiple. Some people are bummed because they didn't get any. These RSICs, think of them as ASICs, like little mining tokens that once you have them and transfer it to one wallet to the other. All you have to do is transfer it once. You can transfer it to your own wallet, or if you make a purchase of one on Magic Eden, it automatically, because it transferred from their wallet to yours, it will automatically activate and you will start mining. So these 21,000 RSICs will start, quote unquote, mining for these Runes tokens, which will be airdropped to all the miners on the day of the halvening in April. So already you can see this is getting exciting. So that's about 90 days away. So, there's a secondary market that's kind of going nuts right now. You can see here it's kind of small, but the pending transactions, there's at least 6 or 7 going on right now. The floor is 0.047 Bitcoin, which is about $1,900 per RSIC. So the total cap, so every block that happens, if I have an RSIC inscription that was airdropped to me, which I do, every block, I think I get 21 runes. And then, there's multiple blocks for every 10 minutes. So every day you get a couple hundred. And the more you have, I think you get little multipliers. And they're playing this game with like a little boost. So they're making this a complete game. The beauty of it is they don't even have a website yet. They inscribed all the rules on inscription 57,066,799. So pretty genius, but the rules are basically, and they have a technological arms race has begun. 21,000 cutting-edge RSICs manufactured in our factory are being sent from our distribution centers to the Ordinals community. The RSICs are designed for the sole purpose of securing a bag of runes. These runes will be etched in our foundry after the runes protocol launches on Bitcoin. So really genius. Again, there's 21,000 of them. There's different distributions and allocations, but the net of it is there's going to be little until the real Bitcoin halvening in April. There's going to be 4 little mini halvenings for this little RSIC runes game. At first, you get 5%, then it goes down to you get 4% minor rewards, then 3, then 2, then 1%. So the amount that you will be mining through these little mini, we'll call it 3-week halvenings, will go down and down and down. So the people who are mining earlier will get more of these rune tokens. There are 21 billion runes tokens, which I think I don't love things in the billions like that. I wish it was smaller, but I think they did that because they had to give away 21,000 for somewhat the fairest distribution they could try and figure out in a short time. So in theory, if everybody mines the same amount and gets the same rewards from the beginning, everyone will get about 1 million runes. So, 21 billion is a big number. That's a lot. It says here it'll take 53 days to finish, but that's actually wrong. It's about 93 days, I think. There's different rewards mechanisms. I'm not going to get all into those, but there's a lot of FUD on the timeline, but then there's a lot of people who are excited. I don't usually degen in to stuff like this, but I have to say, just for game theory, a long time ago, I went to business school. I'm intrigued because, when you look at the game theory of this, do you maybe sell after the first halvening? Because remember, right now, as of last night, when I move them, I transfer to them. All you have to do is transfer from one wallet you have to another wallet or buy one that transfers in your wallet, and it is actively mining. And if you want to know after you transfer to your wallet if it is actively mining, it's super simple. You just go to ordiscan.com, ordiscan.com. You put in the inscription number, and then you'll look right here, Meta Protocol RSIC activated. That means I'm mining. They're working on the dashboard now to see how much I've actually mined, but it's pretty genius. I mean, these guys are basically front running Casey's idea of doing the runes in a much smarter way. Now, will they be able to deliver the actual runes on the halvening? Think, there's going to be a halvening already. Casey's runes I believe, are also slated to come out that day. And so are these. Think of the costs to inscribe this and send all the runes to people. It's going to be exorbitant. Wow. So it's fascinating. Any questions so far, Disco?
I'm just there's multiple kind of camps in this not battle, but in this race kind of, right? So they came out with this. They have all these gamified elements to it, which make it really, interesting and engaging. So are we waiting to kind of see what the counter will be? Is that kind of the point we're at? Or is it just kind of keep with this and we'll see if something else jumps into the picture?
It's a good question. I don't know if a counter matters. Someone made a good point. They're it doesn't matter who the first runes is. It's the one who gets the biggest share and excitement of your mind space. And the fact that this game theory exists, I think is fascinating. And here's the other thing, a lot of the OGs are complaining there needs to be a fair distribution. Maybe you should have 3 ordinals in a wallet so you get it. But at the end of the day, you do your best, because remember, some people hold ordinals all in one address. In the early days, we actually in Sparrow, you had to hold them in different. So it's almost going to be impossible. And now that people know it's all coming, they're going to try and spread wallets out and game the system. Whereas this one was a little more of a surprise. But, for me, bring it all on and let the best one win. I haven't spent a penny. I got airdropped a couple, so I am lucky. I probably would have bought one just to be a part of the game. I don't know if I'd buy a bunch and degen in, but I definitely buy one to be a part of the game. But this is definitely something to keep an eye on as it matures. And it's a game to look forward to as we get to the halvening.
Without question, it's just fascinating, the innovation and how quickly people are coming up with ways to make things more unique and more creative. And, it seems like every minute we check in on something, there's something else really, really incredibly innovative coming to life. So this is a perfect representation of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So good luck, everyone. Have fun, and you decide yourself if RSIC and runes are for you. Have a good one.